If you are enrolled in IGNOU BSCAEY, the Bachelor of Science in Applied Science Energy, you do not have one project to finish. You have two. In this complete guide, I will take you through BEYP-028 and BEYP-029 using the official IGNOU course structure, the official project submission rules, and the official launch notification for this program. Here is the direct answer straight away. The IGNOU BSCAEY project is not a single course. BEYP-028 is Project 1. It carries 4 credits and it sits in Semester 4. BEYP-029 is Project 2. It also carries 4 credits and it sits in Semester 6. Both are compulsory, and together they carry 8 of the 120 credits in this degree. Let me put the verified numbers on the table before we go anywhere else. Project 1 is BEYP-028. Project 2 is BEYP-029, 4 credits each, Semester 4 and Semester 6. Both compulsory, not optional. And because each one is a 4-credit project, the project evaluation fee is 300 rupees for each of them, paid separately with your term-end examination form. Here is what you are getting in the next half hour. Where these two projects sit in the official 120 credit structure, what Project 1 should look like, and how Project 2 has to go deeper. How to build a BSCAEY synopsis that actually maps to the courses you have already studied. The exact 4 documents your proposal file must carry. The submission mechanics. And an honest answer on marks, rejection, and career value. Now, why does a video like this even need to exist? BSCAEY is a young program. It was launched in the January 2024 session, so the internet has almost no genuine material on it. What you mostly find are recycled templates. One widely shared page on this exact topic actually says, the BSCAEY project tests your classroom knowledge of tourism. This is an energy program. That single line tells you how little real research went into it. Section 1. Where these two projects actually sit inside your degree. First, the program itself, because your project has to fit it. BSCAEY is a 120-credit degree spread over 6 semesters, with a minimum duration of 3 years and a maximum of 6. The current official program page lists the fee as 7,500 rupees per year. It is a modular degree with certificate, diploma, and degree exit options, a major in energy and a minor in statistics. Now the first correction, and it is a practical one. BSCAEY is not a School of Sciences program. The official IGNOU page carries it under the School of Engineering and Technology, SOET. IGNOU also files it under the School of Engineering and Technology. Several seller sites say School of Sciences, and if you believe them, your synopsis goes to the wrong faculty and simply sits there. Here they are side by side. Both are project courses, both compulsory, both 4 credits. The difference is where they sit, and therefore what you already know when you write them. BEYP-028 comes after bioenergy, statistical methods, and the basic statistics lab. BEYP-029 comes after solar energy, energy conversion and storage, and energy economics. That difference should shape your 2 topics. Let us look at the actual course map, because this is where your topic ideas come from. In the first 3 semesters, you cover thermal science, real analysis and discrete mathematics, electrical and electronic sciences, environmental studies, energy resources, energy efficiency and management, fluid mechanics, linear algebra and calculus, computer basics, zero-emission vehicles, probability theory and data analysis with R and Python, along with 2 practical labs. Each semester also carries 1 elective. From semester 4 onwards, the picture changes. Semester 4 brings bioenergy, statistical inference, statistical methods, the basic statistics lab, and BEYP-028. Semester 5 brings power generation, wind energy, energy and buildings, and industrial statistics 1. Semester 6 brings solar energy, energy conversion and storage, energy economics, industrial statistics 2, and finally BEYP-029. Why does this matter so much? Because 8 credits is not a small thing, and more importantly, 2 courses means 2 of everything. 2 proposals, 2 approvals, 2 separate single PDF reports uploaded under 2 different course codes, 2 evaluation fees. Students who treat BEYP-028 and 029 as one project usually discover the problem in their final semester and lose an entire session. Section 2. BEYP-028, your first project. So what should BEYP-028 actually be? It lands at the halfway point of your degree. By then you have studied energy resources, energy efficiency and management, fluid mechanics and bioenergy, and you have statistics plus hands-on R and Python. That combination points to one thing: a focused, measurable, small-scale study. An audit, a survey, or a field measurement. Not a literature review and not a full feasibility report. Keep that for Project 2. Here is the practical trick that almost nobody tells BSCAEY students. Choose a topic that maps to a course you have already passed. An energy audit of a small commercial unit maps to energy efficiency and management. A biogas study maps to bioenergy. A pump efficiency check maps to fluid mechanics. A statistical analysis of a public energy dataset maps to probability theory and data analysis with R and Python. That mapping makes your objectives easy to defend. 5 rules for choosing it. 1. One clear energy question, 1 clear location, 1 clear time window. 2. Data you can actually reach. 3. Between 2 and 4 objectives, no more. 4. A method you have already been taught, not one you have only read about. And 5. Pick something you can extend later so that Project 2 does not have to start from zero. Let me make this concrete with one worked example that I will carry through the whole video. The title is An Energy Audit of Baking Ovens and Lighting Loads in Small Bakery Units of Ludhiana, Punjab. Why does this work? Bakeries are small, they are accessible, and they run heavy thermal loads plus continuous lighting. It maps straight to energy efficiency and management and thermal science. Please treat it as a teaching example, not as an approved topic. 4 objectives and no more. Map the connected load and running hours. Estimate monthly specific energy consumption per kilogram of output. Identify the 3 largest avoidable losses and quantify the saving from one low-cost measure. Method: a purposive sample of 12 to 15 units in one industrial pocket. Tools: a clamp meter or logged electricity bills plus an owner interview schedule. Analysis: descriptive statistics and load share percentages in R or Python. Where do you get data? 4 realistic sources. Electricity bills, 12 months of them, with billed units and sanctioned load. Nameplate ratings of motors, ovens and lamps, combined with measured running hours. Short structured owner interviews with written consent. And public secondary data such as state regulator tariff orders and open energy data sets for your review chapter. None of this requires a laboratory. One warning before we move on. Overscoping is the single biggest reason a first project never gets finished. A 4-credit project is not a thesis. Depth beats breadth every time. Do not promise a whole city, a whole industry, or a national comparison. Do not promise simulation software you have not been taught. And if an objective needs data whose source you cannot name today, delete it before you submit the synopsis. Section 3. BEYP-029, your final project. Now, Project 2. This is the last course of your degree, so it should read like the work of a graduating energy student. By semester 6, you have solar energy, wind energy, energy in buildings, power generation, energy conversion and storage, energy economics, and both industrial statistics courses. So the natural shape here is analytical, comparative, or techno-economic. Same credit weight as Project 1, but a clearly higher level of maturity. Let me draw the depth ladder clearly. Project 1 describes what is happening now. Descriptive statistics, load shares, one site type, one locality, one low-cost recommendation. Project 2 evaluates an option and its consequences. Payback, life cycle cost, control charts, tests of significance, comparison across options or seasons, and a costed intervention with a sensitivity check. Project 1 asks how much. Project 2 asks which option is best, and under what conditions. Here is how the same anchor topic becomes a strong Project 2. Techno-economic feasibility of a rooftop solar and efficiency retrofit for the Ludhiana bakery cluster. It reuses the load data you collected in Project 1, so your fieldwork is already behind you. And it pulls in solar energy, energy conversion and storage, energy economics, and both industrial statistics courses. You end up with a much stronger report built on data you already trust. 5 objectives this time because the analysis carries more weight. Size a rooftop photovoltaic system against the measured load. Estimate annual generation from published solar resource data. Compute simple payback and levelized cost of energy. Compare the solar option against an efficiency-only option. And test sensitivity to tariff and capital cost changes. Your toolkit is a cash flow model, control charts and significance testing, built in R, Python, or a spreadsheet. A question that comes up constantly. Must the 2 projects be linked? No. There is no rule that requires it. They are independent courses with independent approvals. Linking them is a practical strategy because your fieldwork is reused and your analysis starts from data you already trust. Not linking them lets you show 2 different energy domains. Either way, each project needs its own fresh proposal, its own approval, and its own report. 5 directions that fit Project 2 well. A techno-economic comparison of rooftop solar against grid supply for one consumer category. The energy and thermal performance of a building before and after a retrofit. A solar or wind hybrid feasibility study for irrigation pumping in one block. A cost and emission comparison of electric versus internal combustion delivery fleets. And a statistical quality study of a small power or fuel supply using control charts. Section 4. What almost every other page on this topic gets wrong. Myth number 2. That BEYP-028/029 is one project with 2 codes. It is not. 2 courses, 2 semesters, 2 approvals. Myth number 3. That one synopsis covers both. It does not. And a related error you will see is Project 2 being listed as a 2-credit course. The official course structure lists 4 credits for BEYP-029, and 4 plus 4 is also what makes the 120 credit total add up. Myth number 4, and this is an important one, that you can simply download the official BEYP-028 project manual. At the time of this recording, IGNOU lists only semester 1 material for BSCAEY. There is no BEYP project manual published there. So any project guidelines PDF you find on a seller site is not an official document. Get your instructions from SOET or your regional center in writing. Myth number 6. That the online project portal is where your synopsis goes. It is not, and IGNOU says so explicitly. That portal is only for the final project, dissertation, practicum file, or internship report. Your synopsis goes to the concerned school, SOET, or to your regional center. And myth number 7, the word count. There is no officially published BSCAEY word or page count. Anyone quoting one is guessing. And myth number 8. Approval guarantees. You will see listings promising 100% approval guarantee or thousands of already approved projects. Those are marketing claims, not university rules. Approval is decided by the school on the merit of your proposal. And IGNOU's own portal wording is blunt. If the report is not in order as per the project guidelines, it will not be considered and no communication will be sent to you. Let me lock the verified numbers in your memory. 4 credits in semester 4 for 028. 4 credits in semester 6 for 029. 8 credits of 120 in project work. 300 rupees evaluation fee per project. 1 single PDF per course code. And the owning school is the School of Engineering and Technology. Section 5. The synopsis, your guide and getting approval. Your synopsis is the document that gets approved, so it decides everything. It should carry a specific title with the topic, the location and the study period, an introduction and the energy problem, a short review of what is already known, a rationale, numbered objectives, research methodology covering design, sample, instruments and data sources, named tools of analysis, and then limitations, expected outcome, chapter plan, and references. For the full synopsis writing method, watch our dedicated IGNOU synopsis guide. Now the proposal file. IGNOU's own submission rules name the enclosures, and they are consistent across programs. The pro forma for approval of the project proposal, filled and signed by you and your guide. The synopsis itself. The biodata of your project guide, signed and dated. And the originality certificate, signed by both of you, with the date actually filled in. An incomplete file is simply not accepted. Where does it go? IGNOU's official instruction allows the proposal to be forwarded either to the concerned school or to your regional center. For BSCAEY, the concerned school is the School of Engineering and Technology. Write the course code 028 or 029 clearly on your covering letter and on the envelope, and ask in writing which route your regional center wants. Then keep that reply safely. For your file, the correspondence block is the Program Coordinator, BSCAEY, School of Engineering and Technology, Indira Gandhi National Open University, Maidan Garhi, New Delhi, 1-10068. Label the envelope project proposal, and then your course code. The official page currently lists Dr. Shweta Tripathi as Program Coordinator, so please confirm the current name and email on that page before you post anything. Your guide. IGNOU requires an eligible guide who signs the proforma, the biodata, and the originality certificate. For an energy project, look for a postgraduate qualification in the relevant science or engineering field. An IGNOU academic counselor for your own program is usually the smoothest route. The exact eligibility wording differs by program, so confirm it with SOET. Our dedicated video on the IGNOU project guide covers the general rules in full. And now the hard rule. IGNOU's own portal wording says the report must be prepared based on the approved project proposal. So writing your chapters before approval is the fastest way to waste an entire session. If the proposal is not approved, the suggestions come back to you. Revise on those comments, attach a fresh proforma, and resubmit. And remember, a change of topic or a change of guide means a fresh proposal, not an amendment. Section 6. Submission, fees, and the Viva. Submission. IGNOU's rule is that the original report is scanned into a single PDF file for one subject or course. So BEYP-028 is one upload, and BEYP-029 is a completely separate upload, usually in a different session. Never merge both projects into one file. Reports received by email are not considered for evaluation, and incomplete submissions are removed from the portal once the last date passes. The first page of that PDF is checked, so get it exactly right. It must carry the title of the project report, your name, the program code, your enrollment number as printed on your identity card, and specifically not your control number or registration number, your regional center code, the course code of the attached project, and your mobile number and email address. This one page prevents most avoidable rejections. Along with the report itself, 4 enclosures go into the same PDF. The proposal pro forma, duly approved in original, the synopsis your report is built on, the bio data of your project guide, and the originality certificate, signed by both you and your guide, with the date written in. IGNOU lists all 4 explicitly, and a missing signature is enough to make the file incomplete. Now the fee, and this is where students lose marks for no academic reason at all. The project evaluation fee, applicable from the January 2023 admission cycle, is 300 rupees for project work up to 4 credits, and 500 rupees above 4 credits. Both BSCAEY projects are 4-credit courses, so each one costs 300 rupees. It is paid along with the term end examination form, and the receipt copy must go with the report. Read the official sentence carefully. If the fee is not paid along with the term end examination form, the project report will not be considered for evaluation. That means the decision happens at exam form time, not at upload time. So when you fill the term end form for the semester that contains your project, tick the project course and pay for it. 2 projects, 2 different semesters, 2 separate payments, 2 receipts. IGNOU even specifies the scan quality, so do not treat this as optional. Pages must be clear and not blurred. The sequence must be correct. Pages must be well lit, not dim. The orientation must stay the same, so do not mix portrait and landscape. And everything goes into one single PDF for that course, not a folder of images. Deadlines. IGNOU opens a fresh project submission portal for every term-end examination session, with its own last date. For the June cycle, the last date has been the end of May. For the December cycle, it has historically fallen around the end of November. An old session link stops accepting reports once that cycle closes. So always open the announcement for your own session on the official website before you upload. The Viva. IGNOU's instruction is that the Viva Voce is conducted by the concerned faculties under the regional center. So your regional center, not the school in Delhi, is who you contact about scheduling. Expect questions on your objectives, your sample, your instruments, and your numbers. For an energy project, be ready to justify every measurement and every assumed cost. Our dedicated Viva video covers preparation in detail. Section 7. Marks, rejection, and whether all of this is actually worth it. Now let me be honest with you about marks, because this is where other pages simply invent numbers. IGNOU has not published a report versus Viva split for these 2 courses. The general undergraduate pass standard is commonly quoted as 35% for a course, while several sources say practical and project components need 50%. Those sources conflict. So ask SOET in writing and treat any confident number online as unverified. Here are 10 ways a BSCAEY project gets rejected, and notice how few of them are academic. Starting the report before approval, treating the two projects as one, uploading the synopsis to the project portal, merging both projects into one PDF, missing the approved pro forma in original, an unsigned or undated originality certificate, guide biodata not attached, enrollment number replaced by a control number, fee not paid with the term end form, and blurred or out-of-sequence pages. So, are these projects actually worth the effort? They are compulsory, so the real question is whether you do them well or badly. BSCAEY is an energy degree with a statistics minor, and a measured, costed project is the proof that you can do both. 2 projects at 2 stages let you show progression, measurement first, and then evaluation. A real audit of a real site is the most convincing thing a distance learning science graduate can show. On scope, I will stay with what the official program page actually says, and nothing more. It lists energy auditors and managers in industry and the power sector, researchers in statistics and operations research, energy policy, energy audit and conservation, roles in public sector, power, oil and gas for installing and maintaining renewable systems, and entrepreneurs and academicians. I am not going to quote salary figures because the university does not publish any. And is the degree valid? BSCAEY is a regular IGNOU degree program, launched through the university's own academic program launch notification, and approved by its Academic Council Standing Committee in July 2023. It runs in open and distance learning mode, it is semester-based, and it carries the standard 120 credit bachelor's structure. Your project marks appear on your grade card under the 2 course codes, exactly like any other course. Section 8, the questions BSCAEY students ask most. Question 1. Is the BSCAEY project compulsory? Yes. The official course structure lists both project courses as compulsory. Question 2. How many credits is the BSCAEY project? 4 credits each, so 8 credits in total, across semester 4 and semester 6. Question 3. Can one synopsis cover both projects? No. They are separate courses, so each needs its own proposal, its own approval, and its own report. Question 4. Where do I submit the BSCAEY synopsis? To the concerned school, SOET, or to your regional center? Never to the online project upload portal. Question 5. What is the project fee? 300 rupees each because both are 4 credit projects, paid with the term end examination form of that semester. Question 6. What is the word count for the report? IGNOU has not published a BSCAEY word or page count. Confirm the current requirement with the school before you write. Question 7. Who conducts the Viva? The concerned faculties under your regional center, so contact the regional center for scheduling. Question 8. Can I use the same topic for both projects? You may build on the same theme, but each project needs a fresh proposal, and Project 2 must go clearly deeper than Project 1. Let me close with the rules that matter. 2 separate compulsory projects, 4 credits each. Semester 4 and Semester 6, so plan both from day 1. BSCAEY belongs to SOET. No project work before approval. 1 single PDF per course code with all 4 enclosures inside. 300 rupees per project, paid with the term end form. Never upload a synopsis to the project portal. And verify every changeable figure on the official website. So here is your action plan. Today, confirm with the school which route your first proposal must take. and ask for the current guidelines in writing. This week, fix one topic, one location, and one time window, and name your data sources. Before writing, get the proposal approved with every signature in place. At term end form time, tick the project course and pay the fee. The full written guide is on ignouproject.com. And for help with your synopsis or report, you can message us on WhatsApp. If this cleared things up, subscribe, because we publish one IGNOU program guide like this every week. I am BK Sani, and I have been guiding IGNOU students since 2010.